Hello and welcome. I'm Claudia, and today I'll be showing you the process of how I made a fashion paper doll. I can't quite recall where exactly I drew the inspiration to create a paper doll, whether it was from scrolling through Pinterest to fill up my mood board, recalling a magnetic dress-up toy from childhood, or those dress-up games I was once so fond of around that time as well, or if the idea to make one came before all those thoughts. However it was, I decided it was only fair I delve into the history if I was to make one for myself. So before I gathered my reference pictures and color palettes, I did a little research. I am by no means a professional historian, but I thought I'd share what I found, and here's what I learned. For starters, as defined by the original Paper Doll Artists Guild, or OPDAG, defines a paper doll as, and I quote, a two-dimensional figure drawn or printed on paper for which accompanying clothing has also been made. It may be a figure of a person, animal, or inanimate object, end quote. In an article found in the Metropolitan Museum of Art website, Domestic Fantasies by Lilia Dashevsky mentions that the origins of paper dolls can be traced to around 105 CE, known as the Common Era, or if you're more familiar with this term, AD, in China not long after paper was invented. In the 7th century CE, paper figures made their way into Japan. By this time, they were not yet toys or playthings, but instead a part of religious ceremonies. Paper making went from Asia into Europe, where in Spain the first paper mill was established in 1151. With the invention of the Gutenberg printing press by Johannes Gutenberg around 1450, there was an increase in demand for paper. Invented around 1720, it is likely that the first commercially published paper doll was the French pantin or clown puppet. Mainly children's toys by that time, alongside those of wood or porcelain, paper dolls were also used as instruments of social and political critique, mocking, as Dashevsky mentions, the king, judges, aristocrats, and clergy. They were available to children pertaining to different levels of social hierarchy, as they could be manufactured inexpensively and in large quantities. One of the first paper dolls that was commercially manufactured was Little Fanny, produced by S&J Fuller London in 1810. The first American manufactured paper doll was The History and Adventures of Little Henry by J. Belcher of Boston in 1812. They became very popular during the mid-19th century through the mid-20th century alongside other paper ephemera like prints, books, magazines, and cards. Some dolls remained static, while some had movable joints, and with advancements in color lithography, doll sets became more colorful. A more recent example, according to the Musée Yves Saint Laurent between 1953 and 1954, renowned French fashion designer Yves Saint Laurent cut out silhouettes of models from his mother's magazines, a collection of Vogue, Jardin de Mode, and Paris Match, and I quote, he then designed entire wardrobes for them in paper and decorated with gouache, ink, and watercolor. Paper dolls were published in magazines and newspapers as not only toys, but to showcase fashion trends for women and girls. Across the articles I found, I gathered overall that these dolls over time illustrated an ideal for women's appearance and often purposed to reinforce cultural beliefs and values as to what this ideal was. Popularity seemed to decrease around the 60s and 70s, some blaming the emergence of Mattel's Barbie. Modern digital counterparts can be found in video games like Dress to Impress and other dress-up games found on various websites. Now they're collector's items, nostalgic ephemera, fun toys for all ages, as you can find both from kid-friendly dress-up princess sets to those that showcase historical garments or iconic fashion moments in the modern day, as artists like Tom Tierney and Eileen Rudizel Miller share their work via published books. They're also a piece of history. As Dashevsky cleverly puts it, quote, paper dolls carry significant cultural and historical value. They reflect the beliefs of the societies in which they were created, embodying both their aspirations and prejudices, end quote. I was pleasantly surprised to uncover so much information on these dolls, and there's so much I did not cover in detail, but if you would like to check it out for yourself, I will link my references in the description box below. Should there be something you deem important I missed on the topic, or if I've mistaken a fact or two, feel free to comment below and share an insight, but please do so respectfully. If you would like to download the paper doll of my making so that you can mix and match the outfits for yourself, the link can also be found below. You can print it in plain white paper and leave it as is, or you can line it with construction paper, cardboard, or any thick paper you feel like should you want it to be more sturdy. With that, thank you for watching, and have a good day.